If you're tired of grammar books and long vocabulary lists, you're not alone. The best way to learn English is by experiencing it through real, simple stories. These stories help you learn grammar and vocabulary without even noticing. It feels easy, fun, and real. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and share it with a friend who wants to improve their English the easy way. It was a cloudy morning in London. The sky was gray, and the air smelled like rain, even though it wasn't raining yet. Tourists walked around with umbrellas in hand, just in case. Red double-decker buses passed by on the road, and the sound of camera shutters filled the air. Jackson, a traveler from the United States, was excited. He had arrived in London the night before and had already planned his day. First stop, Buckingham Palace. He had dreamed of visiting for years, ever since he saw a documentary about the British royal family as a teenager. He woke up early, had a full English breakfast, eggs, toast, beans, and sausage, and checked the directions twice. He didn't want to get lost. The walk to the palace was about 30 minutes from his small hotel in Westminster, but he didn't mind. He loved walking in new cities. As he strolled through the streets, he passed historic buildings, small bookshops, and cafes with chalkboard menus. Every few blocks, he stopped to admire something: a statue, a garden, a red telephone booth. London felt like a giant museum, alive and moving. By the time he reached the gates of Buckingham Palace, there was already a crowd. People were taking photos, pointing at the windows, and waiting for the guards to change. Jackson squeezed through to the front and leaned against the black fence, eyes wide. The guards stood perfectly still. Not a blink, not a twitch. Jackson found it hard to believe they were real people. He walked along the gate, trying to get a better view. Then he noticed a small side entrance where there were fewer tourists. A guard was standing nearby, still and silent. Jackson walked over, trying to get a closer look. He didn't cross any barriers. He didn't jump any fences. But he stepped very close, just a little too close. He thought, if I get a photo from here, my friends won't believe it. He raised his phone to take a photo. Suddenly, the guard stomped his foot and shouted, "Stand back." The sound cut through the air like a bell. Jackson froze. His heart jumped. The people nearby turned their heads. He stepped back quickly, hands up, face red. He wanted to disappear. The guard returned to silence, like nothing had happened. Jackson backed away slowly and joined the other tourists again. A few people were whispering and smiling. He smiled too, half embarrassed, half amazed. He didn't mean any harm. He was just curious. But in that moment, he learned a powerful lesson. Some places demand respect. Some people represent more than just themselves. That afternoon, he sat at a cafe not far from the palace. He sipped tea, his first real British tea, and wrote in his notebook, "Today, I got too close to a guard at Buckingham Palace. He didn't move until I crossed the line. Then he shouted, 'I'll never forget that voice or that lesson.'" He looked around the cafe. Locals sat quietly, reading newspapers or talking softly. A small dog slept under one of the tables. The world felt calm again. Later, he walked along the River Thames, thinking about the day. It was a small moment, but it had changed something in him. He felt more aware, more respectful, more grown-up, maybe. He took a photo of the river, the London Eye in the background, and sent it to his family with a short message. "London is amazing. Already had a royal mistake. I'll explain later." That night, he lay in bed replaying the moment in his mind. The stomp, the shout, the silence after. He chuckled. "I'll never do that again," he whispered to himself. And with that thought, he fell asleep, ready for the next adventure. You just learned English without realizing it. By following Jackson's adventure, you learn natural grammar, real vocabulary, and how English sounds in everyday storytelling. If you enjoyed this story, like the video, subscribe to the channel, Share it with a friend who's learning English. Now it's your turn. Have you ever gotten too close to something or someone and been surprised by the reaction? Tell us your story in the comments. Let's learn from each other. See you in the next one.